Do you want a story about a female detective? Alright, here's a spine-chilling tale. She lacked the authority to request the funds from her superiors, and the female agent brought some bad news. The superiors determined Larry wasn't the killer and decided to cancel the mission, but it would take weeks to rearrange the prison schedule. By then, she had missed the rights. She was sure Larry killed her, as eyes never lie. Survival now depended on her wits. She decided to stay undercover to squeeze out Larry's secrets about body disposal. To continue her investigation, she sneakily snuck back into. As she flipped through the wall photos, she discovered Larry was a fanatical war buff, but that didn't exactly scream killer. After some desk diving with no luck, a magazine in the corner caught her eye. Opening it, she found jaw-droppingly twisted content matching a killer's profile, convincing her Larry was behind it. Time to relax was about to run out, so she had to put everything back. As soon as she got back, she spotted that pesky warning system. The person's intentions were clear: the $100,000. The female agent warned funds wouldn't come, so she told the alert to stop dreaming. Surprisingly, they spun on her heel, silently walked away, as if saying, "Just you wait." Larry's voice then drifted in from next door. Jeremiah stepped out, and Larry said, "It's too quiet now, feels like the calm before the storm." Then he asked if she had seen anyone enter his. Jeremiah shook her head, but Larry's meaningful gaze seemed to pierce her secret visit, sending shivers down her spine. Pretending to be mad to cover her anxiety, she headed to the yard, recalling what Larry had just said. The vibe was indeed off. The prisoners kept to themselves, as if awaiting orders, and then Larry walked out, apologizing to Jeremiah. Jeremiah realized that only through an ongoing crime spree could she wash away any suspicion. Before long, the prison erupted in chaos, just as Larry had warned. After every calm, a storm brews, and the inmates glared at each other, ready to brawl. Even the guards weren't exempt. Larry was scared witless. The riot raged on all night until pressure from the administration finally restored order. This was why Jeremiah hesitated to come. Who knows when you won't wake up again. While resting, Jeremiah heard Larry's voice pleading, "Please don't be mad, it's all my fault." Jeremiah realized they couldn't go on like. She forgave him instantly, and Larry beamed as if he had discovered a new land thanks to last night's riot. The prison was a complete mess. Inmates were assigned to clean up, and oddly enough, they made Larry the cleanup crew leader. Larry, shedding their usual gloom, started delegating tasks methodically, leaving everyone with no choice but to comply. Jeremiah cleaned up and engaged Larry in conversation, trying to wring out any useful clues. However, what Larry said next was jaw-dropping. Even a weirdo would thought it was weird, and Jeremiah shook her head in disbelief. "You can consume your puppy. I'm merely hungry. We're all merely hungry." She insisted she just wanted to eat her little dog, but then claimed her dad wouldn't let her have pets, said it would interfere with real business. Which turned out to be grave-digging, the ideology her dad embedded in her. When someone dies, they take nothing, so why waste valuable stuff buried? So little Larry had to do it herself, picking each item out, and her dad just tossed her a pair of scissors. At this point, in little Larry's mind, it all should belong to her, shaping her twisted psyche further. Larry opened up about her upbringing, and Jeremiah asked, "Aren't you scared doing that?" To which she replied, "Dad was delighted. They don't say no to you. It's very peaceful. I look at their faces." Jeremiah was at a loss, but then Larry's next statement hit her worldview hard. She mentioned a girl named Laura, whose haughty demeanor made others wary. She was icy all her life until she fell from grace. She broke her neck. Oh, it's really heartbreaking. And on the very day of her burial, the girl was mysteriously relocated. The one who did it was adult Larry, and how she handled the girl after that is anyone's guess. After the cleanup, Larry started asking Jeremiah about her childhood. Jeremiah remembered the female detective's advice. She had to evoke sympathy to bridge the gap, so Jeremiah began sharing her tragic backstory, so tragic it made Larry uncomfortable. Larry chased after her, inquiring, "Haven't you ever considered going after them? Could you picture the scenario where you paint one face onto another person's? Would you paint someone else's face onto theirs? I'd get bored in a few seconds." Jeremiah said hating someone doesn't mean you have to kill them, but Larry responded, "They always come after me. Do you know what I mean? Girls." "What girls?" "I'm just lying about girls." Just then, the bell for returning to the cell rang, forcing them to wrap up their convo. Jeremiah felt she was getting closer to the truth. She was sure that Larry was the serial killer. She mentioned frequent cop visits, seemingly seeking evidence against her. Upon hearing this, Larry knew she was close to being caught, but what that weirdo was thinking, well, only she could tell. To shave 10 years off his sentence, a man voluntarily came to a prison full of death row inmates, but today, he noticed the prisoners glaring at him like they'd eat. Jeremiah figured the guards were out to get him. Her dad had exposed his identity, and the guards had demanded $100,000 for silence, which Jeremiah conveniently forgot to pay. To remedy this, she sought out the psychiatrist she was supposed to meet, but upon reaching the medical room, she was baffled. Her contact was on vacation. The risk of her identity being exposed sent her into a frenzy. As she listened to the doctor's questions, she sensed the doctor was probing her real identity. More cautious than ever, she was caught off guard when the doctor suddenly asked if she posed a threat to a certain inmate's mental health. Her mind raced back to Larry.